Hello, my name is Pat Lyons. I'm with the Interlake in Pontiac, Illinois. I'm in the beam cell department, day shift. I run a semi-automatic welder. I've been back at the company for a little over a year. I've only been company for a few months. I worked at Interlake more than 20 years ago, and now I'm back 20-some years later, and I can tell you from my experience as the way things were then and the way things are now, we thought we had problems before, and things were much, much better than they are today. Interlake is the only place I've ever worked for, at a place that ever had a union, and Interlake desperately needs one. And since I've been back, they've been lying to us over and over and over, and there are just things that, it's just common sense. But I mean, I had to go for a year with no insurance, and I have a teenage daughter in high school, and you know, I had no insurance. She plays sports. I have no insurance on her. And it's not the way it should be. I have perfect attendance. My production record is 100%. I've never been late to work. I've never called in sick. My numbers were perfect, and yet they kept telling me I'm going to get an evaluation. You know, we'll get you hired on. They told me when I hired in that it would take on average about 5 months. And it was probably 12 to 13 months later before I actually became company. I think it's time that Interlake stop playing games, treat employees with respect and some dignity, and we need to get a union in there or nothing will ever change.
Hi, I'm Kenneth Olsleger, Beam Cell Department, first shift. I think we need a union because company people are getting turned down overtime and new employees are getting it because they get paid less wages. We need a union. I don't know exactly what made me change my mind. They got too much stuff going on that shouldn't be going on. They got to create a job out there where people are coming in off the streets making big buck jobs that never existed before. They just make them up for certain people, and that ain't right. People in the plant, the workers that are already there should have been offered them jobs, and they weren't. We need to vote for a union, and we need it bad.
My name is David Gordon. I've been with Interlake, hired on as an employee since May of last year. I've been with the company a total almost 2 years now. I work in the assembly department, here for the union. Strong supporter of the union last year, and I'm still a strong supporter of the union this year. I know a lot of people got scared last year. A lot of rumors about them closing the doors, asking for another chance. They said they were going to make some changes, which some got made, but the majority didn't. And I guess I'm just here to tell my story and why I'm a firm believer in the union. Let's see. I got started with manpower at Interlake. It was August 12th, 2014. After about 3 months, I was told that I was on the hire-on list and I'd be getting hired on shortly. It took them until May of 2015 before they actually finally hired me on. I asked repeatedly and kept getting told I had to wait. It was coming, had to wait. And like I said, it took some time before I finally got in. Got hired in, got a mediocre raise at best, in my opinion. I was a welder in the beginning. After a few months of being a welder on second shift, I started training people on second shift as new incomer welders. Then I had my shift preference finally. After some time, I got moved to first shift, welding on first shift, still training people. Was told that I'd get an extra 50 cents for welder pay, training pay, and that never came. After I started questioning that, I ended up getting trained as a stockman. I learned the fork trucks and the job that pertains to the stockman position. I was trained on the double hook crane in North Bay. Then I was also trained as a secondary backup stacker crane operator for first shift, which eventually became my permanent position. That's what I do now full time, is run the stacker crane, and I'm a substitute secondary for stockman position. My matrix, they give raises based on matrix from what I've been told, and my matrix, I can do just about anything in my department. I can do things in other departments, and I still haven't seen a raise since May of last year. I've been told my evaluation was done and turned in, submitted to Spain several months ago. I've asked about it numerous times to Ramey Melvin and still have not gotten any word back on my evaluation. I've not received any kind of raise, which, like I said, my matrix should be good as far as getting one. I believe we need a change at Interlake. Things definitely need to change to better the workplace for the employees. We need the union in there. We need somebody behind us to support us in the changes that need to be made.
I'm Kimberly Timmons. I work on first shift at Interlake Mecalux. I just have a message for those of you that think that you're going to lose your job or that the plant is going to close. I think that it's basically that everybody thinks that they're going to close the doors and they're going to lose their job, and that is not true. The company makes too much money off of us to just close these doors. Dignity and respect does not cost anything. We have a perfectly good facility, we have hard workers, so why would they want to take the company somewhere else? I want my union because I don't think that we are treated fairly. I think that we are lied to every day just to please the company. The safety, it's still not up to what it should be. It's ridiculous what the conditions that we work with. That is why I want my union. That's why I want our union.
My name's Dan Latham. I work on the beam cell line at Interlake. And we need a union because there's this total lack of communication throughout the plant. Some of the things we've been told by management have just went away. Some time back we were told about things that would change, and there's a number of things that haven't even been touched on yet. I've been union before. I've been with 4 or 5 different unions, and we just need a communication situation in there where things that are promised and said to be done that are handled that way. It's time. We need a union.
John Petrie is my name, and I think everybody should pull together. We should get yes votes, and we do definitely need a change at Interlake Mecalux.
I'm Dal Ottenslager. I work at Interlake Mecalux about 3 years. It's time for a change. Tired of the broken promises. It's time to stand up and vote yes. We need a union in there.
Ready. Hi, I'm David Bernico. I've worked at Interlake for 7 years. I'm in the assembly department. Last year I was a very big union supporter for the Teamsters. We did lose the bid due to false promises, and I think the union busters had a lot to do with our loss last year. We do need a change. There's a lot of stuff around that place that is very unsafe, and we need raises. And I'm a very big family person. I'd love to see that place make changes for my family so I could have a good career for my daughter. Thank you. When the time comes, vote yes for this union. It will make a difference.
Hi, I'm Sean, working beam cell. Been working at Interlake for 6 years. I think the vote didn't go through last time because everybody bought into the lies about giving another chance. I think it's time that our voices are heard and we know when we're getting our raises. We need better safety. We need to also take care of the temp workers, get them hired on. And when it's time to vote, we need your yes for a vote. We need our union.
My name is Mason Lamb. I am 24, born and raised here. I want rights. I want, respect. I mean, as it is now, I can't afford a car or a license or anything. I'm barely scraping by. I want a voice. I want a future. I just want the union, and I mean, I want to retire there. I mean, I don't want to be working until I'm 90.
My name is Kathy Hartley. I work at Interlake Mecalux in Pontiac, Illinois. I've been there for 2.5 years. I am a general laborer. I also spray paint. I run both paint lines, and I think that I should be paid accordingly and shown a little respect. I was there through the last election that we had, and some improvements were made, but not a lot, and I think it's time we get a contract. It is real simple here. When it comes time to vote, we need to vote yes for our union.
Hello, I am Dustin Vaughn. I work at Pontiac Mecalux, Interlake Mecalux. I got hired on about 1.5 years ago through Manpower. I was told 90 days and I'll be making full-time. It took about 10 or 11 months. I think there's a lot of hard-working people out there, and I think we definitely need this. I think we should definitely vote yes. Everybody's barely scraping by. We need our dignity.
Hi, I'm Jake Springer. I work at Interlake Mecalux. I've been there about 4 years. It's one of the 4 founding guys who started Teamsters last year. We lost by 5. It was very upsetting, and most part is upsetting is the lack of knowledge a lot of people have about the union and how they don't go to our meetings, but we're forced to go to theirs. Long story short, been there about 4 years. I do 5 jobs and I got downgraded. Just kind of get tossed around, do this, do that. Not trying to badmouth the company, but we need something better. We need safety. We need better pay, of course. A lot of people are unhappy, and when they go to work, you shouldn't be completely all happy, but you shouldn't go to work not knowing what you're going to do and be unhappy. We should support this union, and let's get this message out there, people. Vote union yes.
Hi, I'm James Mayerch, and I work at Interlake Mecalux, and I was also one of the founding fathers for the Teamsters at Interlake. We lost last time, but I started there in September of 2012 on the paint line at $8.50 an hour. I went into accessories January of 2013. May, I got hired full-time. At that time, 2 weeks before I got hired full-time, they took the 50 cents away that the operators are supposed to make, $13.50 starting for operators. Finally, this year, 2016, a few months ago, I finally get that 50 cents. It took 3 years to get a raise. In my department, I run from machine to machine. I'm up to number 8 people training already in accessories. I have gotten nothing for that. And I think we need this union, for stuff like that to, not happen anymore. We were told last time to give them one more chance, and we did. And see nothing really happening. We do need this union here to make changes for us, the employees, and to be safe to, employment area to work in. It's time we are treated fairly and get respect. It does not cost money. We need a union.
We need our union at Interlake. Vote yes.
Vote for our union, please.